Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe before we start. I'm just kidding. Sadly, I'm not a smart Indian guy. I'm just regular old me, Imran. Okay, enough of wasting time. Today we're going to be talking about planes, the basics that you need to know to get into the intermediate level. So, what you'll need is this, reference elements. If you don't have it anywhere here, you can find it basically here. And check mark it. Be sure to take the extended version. So let me just show you the basics of these 2 points before I start talking about planes, because we're going to need them. If you have a point, we can select a plane and it will only make the point in that plane. We can make a point here and we can make a point at this plane, which is the Z and X plane, and there we go. The important thing about a line is to have a point from which you're going to start and a reference element. So let's say we select our point and the reference element. Now we can select how long this line is going to go down, and which is the start point, and up, which is the end point. That's all you need to know about that. I'm not going to bother explaining all of this difficult stuff. It's just bad UI design, not gonna lie. So that's all you really need to know for this. Let's delete it. Okay, planes. So you get this little box when you select that. It makes an extra plane for you. You have a couple of different ways to do it. I'm gonna show you these 4 main ways: offset from plane, parallel to a point, angle or normal to a plane, and tangent to surface. So offset to plane. When we select that, it asks us select a plane or a reference so you can offset it. Let's say we selected the X and Y, which is this one, and we wanted to offset it by 10 millimeters. Let's check it out. Boom, we made our little plane, and we can go in the sketch and draw in it. Let me just go in the middle. There you go. Let's just put a little dot here. It's going to be useful for later. Let's check out everything. Now, the second option is parallel to a point. You need to select a plane and a point. We're going to select a different plane. Let's say we want this one, the Z and X, which is this one and this one. Let's select our point. First, we can also select that. Oops, it changed. Well, that was a mistake. Alright, now that we've drawn our point, let's try and make the second parallel to point option. So it asks us to select our reference, which means our plane. So let's select this one, the X and Z. This is it. It's here, X and Z on X, which is this one. And then we need to select our point. It's gonna be here, and it's gonna make it here. So basically what we have done is moved these 2 planes up here, which is pretty useful in many scenarios. You can be creative and use it in many different ways. So the next one is, let me check it out, angle normal to plane. So let's go down here. Let's say we want to put this plane on an angle. Let's say, so we select first this, the third one. Now it has us to select a rotation axis, a reference plane, and the angle which we want. We can make it normal, which is 90 degrees, or no, or change it. Let's first select our plane. We've selected the Z and X plane, this one. Now, the only rotation axis that we could do in this situation is the Z one. So let's right click it. We can create our own line, but it's much easier to do it with this. So let's take our set. As you can see, we got this little constraint to show us which one angle we are moving it. Let's try and move it so you can see what exactly happens. As you can see, it's being moved. Let's say we want it to be moved 350 degrees. And we got that other plane right here. Plane number 3. Let's say we don't want that and we want to rotate a different plane. Maybe the X and Y plane. So we shall select it. Select angle normal to a plane. Now that we've selected X and Y, we have to select the X or the Y axis to rotate on. Let's select the X. Let's change it again and check what happens. As you can see, we got ourselves an angle. Now we can draw at an angle. Let's draw a little rectangle to see how it's gonna look like when we pad it or make it into a 3D element. Here we go. Let's check it out. And now if we look at it from the side, you can see it's from an angle. Pretty useful, right? Now let's just get back to this normal view, which is called the isometric view. Let's now draw a cylinder in this. Let's make a 3D cylinder in this plane right here. We're gonna make it, it can be that much. If you select a point on this surface, it's gonna make this point tangent to it on this surface. So let's select it here. We don't have to be precise right now. And now when you select this one, tangent to surface, we need to select our surface and our point. And it's always gonna be a plane that's tangent to the surface, barely touching it, mostly at the point where it's being touched. That's about it for the reference elements. A pretty short video, but it's pretty useful. I wish I had this video when I was learning to work with CATIA, because there's so many different ways you can do this. Such a versatile command. Well, that's that. Thank you for watching. Keep on grinding. The work will show later on. Bye bye.